Good morning. I'm Berks County Commissioner Christian Leinbach, and I want to welcome you to our Commissioners Board meeting for August the 22nd. We are broadcasting live via Microsoft Teams live event. We're also on BCTV as well as YouTube and Facebook Live. We'll call the meeting to order, beginning with a moment of silence, followed by a pledge to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I'm going to have a special guest, Julian Colazzo, who is an intern with the Commissioners Department, and he is going to read the public notice. Julian.
Public comment will be accepted in person and through the Q&A function. Please include your first name, last name, and municipality for all comments. Any comments without a name and municipality will not be considered. Each citizen can submit one comment. Comment length is dictated by limitations of the platform being used. In-person comments will be accepted first, followed by comments submitted virtually. The meeting comment period is limited to a total of 30 minutes, including both in-person and virtual events. This time period may be extended at the discretion of the board. Please be concise. Comments that are germane to the county business will be read during the meeting. It should not be considered to be interactive dialogue with the commissioners. The county solicitor shall be the final arbiter of whether the comment is germane and should be read. Any commissioner response to public comment will be done at the discretion of the commissioners.
Thank you very much, Julian. Are there any additions or corrections for the August 15th meeting minutes? Hearing none, the minutes will stand approved as presented. We did have an executive session yesterday dealing with personnel, litigation, and real estate. Before we jump into any public comment on agenda items, I want to recognize Julian Colazzo. I just asked him to take a couple minutes to share some information about himself. And Barbara, if you can turn the mic on. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I am Julian Colazzo. I'm a senior at Governor Mifflin High School. I am working with the commissioners starting now until about mid-October, and I'll be interning with all three commissioners. I live in Shillington, Pennsylvania, and I plan on going to RAC for my associate's degree in business administration, and then plan on transferring to a university for my bachelor's.
Thank you very much. Another great opportunity with Reading Area Community College. Glad to hear that that's part of your future. Thank you very much. No public comment on specific agenda items here or on, and not online, correct? Okay. We will move into our agenda. Item 1, authorizing under that Budget Department, adopt a resolution authorizing 2024 budget transfers in the amount of $333,259 and 2024 appropriations in the amount of $462,377 per listing dated August the 16th of 2024. There are several items listed under Human Resources. Authorize the appointment of Alexandra Yursal to Fiscal Manager, Children and Youth Services, Budget and Finance. Item 2, authorize the appointment of Sarah Gordon to Assistant District Attorney 4 in the District Attorney's Office. Item 3, authorize the promotion of Catherine Dietrich from Senior Internal Auditor Team Lead to Manager of Auditing in the Controller's Office. Item 4, authorize the promotion of Philip Nolf from Correctional Officer to Sergeant in the Berks County Jail System. And 5, authorize the promotion of Jamie Zur from Correctional Officer to Sergeant in the Berks County Jail System. We have several items listed under the Commissioners. Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing the reappointment of Jason Bruderick, Sinking Spring, Pennsylvania, to the Berks County Public Libraries Advisory Board for a 3-year term expiring December 31st of 2027. Item B, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the Granite Telecommunications LLC agreement to remove any and all international calling blocks and or to allow international calls to be placed from customers' equipment, including on-site PBX equipment, on all Granite services for both SIP and PRI groups. C, adopt a resolution authorizing Barbara Jakubik, Permanency Services Manager for Berks County Children and Youth Services, to execute a letter of support for the Children's Home of Reading Youth and Family Services, who's in the process of opening a 16-bed therapeutic independent living program located in Germantown, Pennsylvania. Item D, adopt a resolution authorizing Barbara Jakubik, Permanency Service Manager for Berks County Children and Youth Services, to execute a letter of support for the Children's Home of Reading Youth and Family Services proposed new 32-bed psychiatric residential treatment facility program located in Cole Township, Pennsylvania. Item E, adopt a resolution authorizing a recommendation to award and further authorizing the Director of Contracts and Procurement to execute, as a result of an invitation to bid, food provisions for a period of 1 year for the jail system as follows, and there are several awarded. Good Source Solutions, Carlsbad, California, estimated annual expenditure $720. Item F, adopt a resolution authorizing a recommendation to award and the Director of Contracts and Procurement to execute, as a result of an invitation to bid, rebid for a period of 1 year to be utilized by the County of Berks and 3 participating members of the Southeastern PA Caucus Cooperative Purchasing Board. That is to Linda Meyer Monroe, Mount Joy, PA. Our portion of the contract is $24,569.63. Item G, adopt a resolution authorizing the termination of the lease agreement between the County of Berks and the Berks Area Transportation Authority for Veterans Affairs offices at the BARDA Transportation Center, effective November the 30th of 2024, and for the Solicitor's Office to issue a notice of termination to BARDA. I'm going to, in just a minute, have our director of our Etchberger Veterans Affairs Center speak, but I do want to make a very clear statement. As commissioners, we appreciate our relationship with BARDA that we've had over the years at the Cherry Street location, and this move is not about BARDA, but rather about better access and services for our nearly 23,000 Berks County veterans. To share a little bit more, Jay Ostrich. Jay. And Barbie, if you want to make sure the mic's on, please.
Good morning, commissioners. Good morning, senior leaders, fellow Berks Countyans. I am very proud to rise today and quite privileged to announce a monumental change of not only where, but how we administer care to the more than 23,000 Berks County veterans and their families. We have a sacred duty in this nation and in this county to serve those who have served and to care for those who have borne the battle. When the needs of those who have borne the battle change, we must rise to meet those challenges. And so I thank the commissioners and all my fellow employees here in Berks County for rising to meet that challenge. We are in an unprecedented time for our veterans. We are at record-setting pace in Berks County to do compensation claims, and many of those claims now involve, unfortunately, claims for PTSD and military sexual trauma. Those are the challenges that we can't physically meet at our current location. And while we are grateful to BARDA for the wonderful facility at Cherry Street, It is time to meet the needs of our veterans. That includes what we call trauma-informed care. And trauma-informed care takes the model of care for our veterans away from, hey, what's the matter with you? And it changes it to what happened to you. And we must have those private, secure conversations with our veterans to be able to meet their optimal healthcare needs and their optimal financial needs. And so we're very proud to be relocating next month to 20 Commerce Drive in Spring Township. This facility rises to meet that challenge, rises to meet that sacred duty to care for those who have borne the battle. Not only will this trauma-informed care facility have 5 private veterans service officers' offices, but it will also have absolutely a better environment for parking, free parking. It also has decreased the distance needed for handicap to get into the building. We have handicap parking right there. And we absolutely believe that this will lead to better outcomes. We know with our veterans that when we decrease the time, distance, and money it takes to get care for them, that there's a proportional increase to better health outcomes. We will also be neighbors right down the street from our federal Berks VA health clinic, which allows us to make those very timely referrals to them for mental health and other veterans care. So again, I'm proud to announce that we'll be on the move, but it's not just a physical move, it's how we care for veterans. That starts from commissioners, bipartisan, broad-based support to work together to be able to care for those who have served. With that, are there any questions?
Thank you very much, Jay. No questions. I just want to note, since you're standing here on Sunday, I'll talk a little bit more about it. We have the annual Ride for Freedom. The Veterans Affairs Department is always up at Veterans Grove City Park with their table. I don't know the numbers yet of how many riders, but probably between 1,500 and 2,000 motorcycles going from Wilmersdorf up to Veterans Park. I think, are all 3 of us going to be up there? Veterans? I don't know. Yeah. But again, the work that you do in outreach, and I believe Ed Jankowski is our education and outreach coordinator, getting out and meeting our veterans where they are. I think a lot of veterans are going to be so excited to hear this. Nothing against BARDA, but the new opportunities and the privacy. The facility at BARDA, just the way it's designed, does not have the additional space we need, but it's also a very open design. There's 1 or 2 private offices. Most of it is cubicles, and you don't have the privacy that you absolutely need.
Yes,
so thank you. Any comments from my colleagues?
Just want to thank you for the work you do. I know I met with you and Will yesterday to go over the numbers. Great to see the numbers that the VA's office has done in the last year. The number of assistants, the number of cases, the number of veterans you have been able to help is great. So I'm very glad to see that, and just keep on doing what you're doing and continue to help our veterans.
Thank you, commissioners.
And just to echo what's been said, I want to thank you, Jay, and your team for all the work that you did in this move. I want to thank our team, our leadership team, for working together with you guys. I think it's important to stress that, again, we've said it before, nothing against the BARDA facility, but this is a much better facility for a long-term solution to the needs of our veterans, and that's really what we should be looking at, the concerns and the needs of our veterans in Berks County today. So thank you for all the work that you do.
Thank you for your support, Commissioner.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Jay.
Thank you.
Continuing with the agenda, item H, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the Child Welfare Education for Leadership Program agreement between the County of Berks, Maria Isabel Garcia, an employee of Berks County Children and Youth Services and the University of Pittsburgh of the Commonwealth System of Higher Ed, to participate in a graduate level social program as outlined in Title 4B, Part 1 of the Commonwealth's Child and Family Services Plan. Item I, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the Child Welfare Education for Leadership Program agreement between the County of Berks, Gabriela Morales, an employee of Berks County Children and Youth Services and the University of Pittsburgh of the Commonwealth System of Higher Ed, to participate in a graduate level social work program as outlined in Title 4B, Part 1 of the Commonwealth's Child and Family Services Plan. Item J, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the Child Welfare Education for Leadership Program agreement between the County of Berks, Rosemary Santana, and an employee of Berks County Children and Youth Services and the University of Pittsburgh of the Commonwealth System of Higher Ed, to participate in a graduate level social program as outlined in Title 4B, Part 1 of the Commonwealth's Child and Family Services Plan. Item K, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the Child Welfare Education for Leadership Program agreement between the County of Berks, Elizabeth Ann Zimba, and an employee of Berks County Children and Youth Services and the University of Pittsburgh of the Commonwealth System of Higher Ed, to participate in a graduate level social work program as outlined in Title 4B, Part 1 of the Commonwealth's Child and Family Services Plan. Item L, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency project modification request form for IPP grant due to a change in the urine collection pay model. Item 2, a motion to authorize the execution of contract agreements and amendments as set forth in the contract agenda listing dated August the 12th of 2024. There are a total of 11 contracts, 2 with the Area Agency on Aging, 1 with CareerLink, 3 with Children and Youth Services, 1 jointly with Children and Youth Services and Juvenile Probation, 1 with the Coroner's Office, 1 with the Department of Aging, 1 with Information Systems, and 1 with the Veterans Affairs Office. Item 3, a motion to authorize execution of the payments and electronic transfers for the week ending August the 16th of 2024. And item 4, a motion to authorize execution of employee payroll disbursements dated August 27th of 2024.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion is carried. With that, we will move to reports of the Treasurer and the Controller's Office. We'll begin with our Treasurer, Mitch Darcourt. Mitch.
Thank you, Commissioner Leinbach. Today we have an opening balance of $278 million, $155,782.69. We have a balance to clear of $3,550,200.94, leaving us with a balance of $274,605,581.75. That is all, Commissioner. Thank you.
Thank you very much. At this time, we'll go to our Controller's Office, and we have the deputy here, Grozna Nikiel, and you have the Controller's report.
Yes. Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
The disbursements for week ending August 23rd of 2024 comprised of various checks and wires to the outside vendors, and they totaled $6,772,055.15. There was no payroll this week, but there was authorization by the commissioners to disperse the payroll next Tuesday.
Very good. Thank you very much. And with that, we are at our Chief Operations Officer report, Kevin Barnhart.
Thank you, Commissioner Weinbach. Although the COO team played a small part in the VA transition, I really would be remiss if I didn't mention the other departments. Obviously, the Commissioner's full-throated support of the VA department and his dedicated staff, budget with Bob and Laura, purchasing Kelly and George, legal Christine's team with Cody and David Paris. And I certainly want to commend NEI Keystone, Steve Willems and Richard Reynolds for their support. And I'd be remiss if I did not thank BARDA and South Central Transit Authority for their nearly 12 years of undying support to support our veterans at the Cherry Street location, and the Singer family, who have really outreached to this veterans community, the landlords at the new site, and their dedication, and given us very reasonable terms that we can really afford and really accommodate the veterans in the way they should be accommodated. So congratulations to everyone. So there'll be a ribbon cutting and an open house sometime, probably end of September, early October, but we're all excited about the move.
And I'm glad you did that. From time to time, reiterate, there's very little in life that is accomplished by one person. And that's particularly true in the arena of government, although we often have politicians running around acting like they were single-handedly did things. That's not the case. And I think it's so important when we can highlight the core partners that help make these important steps happen. So thank you for doing that, Kevin. Anything else?
That is all I have. Thank you.
With that, we'll move to commissioners' comments, and we'll begin with Commissioner Michael Rivera.
Thank you, Commissioner Leinbach. A few items. Last Thursday was the third annual Recovery Awareness Night at the Fightin' Phils. This was put together by SOS Berks and Berks Counseling Center. Great night to be able to celebrate recovery, let people know that there are resources available for those who want to be in recovery, and also to celebrate those who live in recovery. So we got 5,000 tickets that were handed out. There was a great turnout that night to help celebrate recovery. So I want to thank SOS Berks, who the COCA, the Council Chemical Abuse, plays a great part on that, as well as the Berks Counseling Center, and the other 14 partners that were there handing out information and sharing resources on prevention and recovery and other things related to substance use disorder. Great night overall. The weather was very cooperative as well. Also, on Tuesday, I had the opportunity to meet with Julian Marshall, who is the president of the Board of Trustees at the Wilmersdorf Community Library. Went there to see their library, to learn about their library, and also to learn about the struggles that our local libraries have as well. So it was a great opportunity. Julian was there with us as well, the intern, and Barbara was there. So we had, again, a great opportunity to learn about their vision as to what they want that library to look like in Wilmersdorf, and also to learn about the struggles that our local libraries go through, because a lot of them are small and have a small budget. So it was a great learning opportunity. Also, this past Tuesday, I attended together with my colleagues the Greater Reading Chamber Alliance picnic. And that night we had the,
I'm just smiling.
Looking at Anne Marie, looking at him. We had the picnic, and it was the Grand Slam. For this picnic, I decided I made a choice. I know the last 2 years, Commissioner Leinbach felt bad because he taught me how to bat. I never played baseball in high school or while I was growing up. So he coached me on how to bat, and those past 2 years, I beat him. So I said, you know what? I can't do that a third year. It's going to make him really feel bad. I know he has his upcoming knee surgery. So with all my hits, I decided to hit, the rolling balls, which I didn't miss any pitches, but you get lesser points.
And I was going to be nice. All bets are off.
I just wanted to let him win. And of course, we knew Commissioner. Hey, I knew he was going to say something when it's his turn to talk, so I had to get my story out first. I knew that Commissioner Santonio was going to do well. He played baseball in high school and college. But I just didn't want to make Commissioner Linebaugh, understanding he has his knee surgery coming up next week. I wanted to make him, feel good, and so he would have a quick recovery. But in all seriousness, it was a good night. Did not perform my best on Tuesday, but being that I grew up not playing baseball at all, at least I was able to, perform fairly well there. And I wasn't number 12 out of 12, so that's good. Also, yesterday I had the opportunity to record my BCTV show, which will be airing this Monday on BCTV at 6:30. If you're not able to see it, it will be on YouTube. And we're showcasing urban agriculture. It was really interesting. Been driving through the city for about 25 years now, and I never knew that on, what is that street? Is it on the 700 block of Laurel Street, there is an urban farm there. And it's been there since 24, so since 20, no, since two, anyway, it's been there for 18 years. And I've never known that it's been there, and I drive by there fairly often, but it's great learning about what they do there. This is it's a farm in which they have different plots. There's 31 plots there for people to be able to grow there whatever they want. So if you want to learn more about it, watch the show. But it's these plots are there in cooperation between Berks Nature and the city of Reading, and it's at the Reading Iron Playground. We also had the opportunity to visit the Boggle Turtle Creek Farm.
Say that again.
I'm sorry, Bog Turtle Creek Farm.
The Boggle
Is it?
turtle. I've never. No, it's
No, it's a
bog.
bog,
It's the
right?
bog.
That's what I thought.
I
It's
never
right
heard
here,
of a
right?
boggle turtle.
For some reason, I'm seeing Boggle, but it's the Bog Turtle Creek Farm, and that's part of Alvernia University. Also great around that urban agriculture and teaching and educating the community how you can farm and grow your own produce on small plots of land. So thank you to Alvernia, to Berks Nature, and to the city of Reading for allowing us to feature them on the BCTV show, which will come out this Monday. Great opportunity. When you look at Berks, many times you think about, all the farmland, and that's what you think about when you think about ag. But it's interesting to see what all these people could grow in these small plots here in the city. A few upcoming items. This Saturday is the Romanian Festival. I will be there for a while. It's at the Reading Liederkranz on Spook Lane. It will be from 12 to 9. So if you want to learn more about the Romanian traditions, they'll have traditional Romanian food, dance, music, vendors, and more. Again, that's this Saturday from 12 to 9 at the Reading Liederkranz. Also this Sunday, and I know Commissioner Linebaugh will talk about this, so I'm not going to get into much detail, but I believe all three of us will be there. It's the 31 annual POW MIA Ride for Freedom. Will be from Wilmersdorf coming here into Reading. Then they have the ceremony here at Reading Park. And my last item, just want to wish Commissioner Linebaugh a successful surgery and a quick recovery, which he has on Tuesday. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Rivera. Moving now to Commissioner Dante Santoni.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, everyone. Just a few items. Again, I want to congratulate Jay and the team and our team for putting together the great work that they did and the exciting move of our veterans office. Again, bottom line, let's make sure that we look out for our veterans who have done great things to keep our democracy going. So congratulations again. I want to welcome Julian to the 13th floor team and wish him the best. Hopefully he can maybe provide us with some things to change around here for the better. So we look forward to your input as well, Julian. Welcome. A couple things that I attended. I know that this was mentioned last week, I believe, but we honored the employees, Berks County employees, last Friday at the North Campus. Those employees work for Berksheim, the Ag Center, the prison, the library, and the parks that have accomplished I didn't forget anybody, I don't think, that have accomplished 5-year milestones, and we will present them with a breakfast and a plaque of thanks for their work here at the county. It's important, and we always point out the fact that while the three commissioners are sort of the points and the leaders of this community, of this county, we really rely on the people that work for us and do a great job, and we thank them. I also want to comment on the Greater Reading Chamber Alliance picnic that we all attended. It was a nice event, a fun event, culminated by as was mentioned earlier, I don't know why they call it the home run derby, because nobody hit a home run.
Not one home run.
Not one home run was hit, but there's a point system that they use. And I don't want to brag, but I kicked both of those guys' butts. And I didn't win. I came in third or fourth. I forget what it was, but there's a lot of young guys playing in that. So I designated the senior division winner to be me, even though there wasn't one. So I think the only two seniors were Commissioner Leinbach and I anyway. So, but it was a lot of fun and a great event, and fun had by all. Just a couple other items that are coming up. I know Commissioner Rivera talked about the Romanian Festival. There is on Tuesday, August 27th at 1 o'clock, the dedication of the new Reading Skate Park, which is a big deal. I better mention that or my executive assistant will kill me, Lynn, who's on that board and very involved. It's down at 600 Canal Street. The city will be involved, project coordinators, the Skate Park Association, and it's a big deal. So Tuesday, August 27th, 1 o'clock, Reading Skate Park dedication, 600 Canal Street, downtown. I want to, the other event, upcoming events, I know Commissioner Rivera talked about the Romanian. There's the Muhlenberg Township's having their Riverfest this weekend, which is a big deal down at Dietrich's Park along the river, hence the name, the Riverfest. Friday, it'll be from 5 to 10, Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., and we invite everybody to get down there and have a good time. A lot of end of summer festivals are occurring, believe it or not. Yes, we are at the end of the summer, unfortunately, for some. Kids are going back to school. Again, be careful out there with that. We wish all the students going back to school success and health as they make their way during this school year. And my final comment is also to wish my colleague, our chairman, Commissioner Leinbach, good health and luck on his surgery to get a new knee. So we wish him the best, and we look forward to his return as soon as possible. That's all I have for today, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Santoni. Several items. The employee recognition, I don't often talk about that, but after we handed out the awards, we always have a little breakfast, and I sat down with 3 employees from the High. Combined, they had 100 years of service. And I didn't necessarily do that on purpose. I tried to find some employees to sit down and talk to. One was 30 and 2 of them 35 years. None of them are thinking about retiring anytime soon. And that says a lot about an organization. Dante and I are old enough to remember that our parents and people of our parents' generation was very common to go to work for one company and work there your entire life. That is not the case today for a variety of reasons. But here at the county, we find a number of people. We had one with 40 years that we recognized on Friday. So that's important. Secondly, what you've all been waiting for, we're going to relive to the degree that we can. No video. So
Turn that off. He has the trace.
now what I have to, this thing is going to, well, I know what I can do. Yeah, so we'll take a look. We're going to zoom in.
It doesn't look like I know what I'm doing, but actually.
This is the pose picture. Now, I want to point out a couple of things here. Notice the concentration. I mean, there is just seriousness. Notice the balanced, and I want you to take notice of that because you're only going to see this one other time. The other pictures don't quite have this. I would highlight the legs, but the purpose of highlighting those is because there's another pair of legs coming up that look very different. This is, I don't know what this is. It's difficult to explain. Definitely not somebody being picked up by the Philadelphia Phillies. And if you think I'm being unkind, take a look at this swing. I don't know if he's missed, if he hit the ball, if the ball's hitting him.
The ball's in front, so it definitely wasn't hit. You can see how the ball's in front.
And again, the concentration, that's fairly impressive. Then you have this old guy, and the legs, they actually get worse. Here's the swing, but I do want to point out, it's clear contact was made.
That's a flight.
It's also, if you remember the legs of Dante Santoni, these are not the Dante Santoni legs. These are old man legs. And eventually there will be a matching scar over here. So maybe, well, it'll be a little bit shorter, the doctor says, but maybe next year with balanced legs, I might do better.
And I'll wear my shorts next year. But
this is Lucine Sahelnik. This is the first time, I think they're in their 7th year of this event, that A, a woman has participated, B, that the CEO and president of the chamber has participated. And we actually did BP with her on Monday, and I could tell right away she's played before. And her father was a softball coach, and she played softball, quite a bit of softball through high school, maybe even college. And she did very well. And they didn't do anything different. The pitcher pitched overhand, same speed to her. And take a look at this look. Now she wins for the look. Without a doubt, that's the sharpest look. But she sent me this picture. This was afterwards when we were all done. Now here's the story. I predicted on Friday when we did BP, all three of us together, I said Dante's going to win this thing. I would show you, but I can't. On the first pitch on Friday, I got a line drive right up. I tried to catch it. I missed it. It hit me in the bicep. I have a big black and blue mark here, but I knew this guy knows how to hit. Here's the.
It wasn't done on purpose, by the way.
No, it wasn't.
Not this time. Maybe next time, but not this time.
Are you okay? Are you okay? But here's the amazing aspect. Lucine beat one of the commissioners. I'm not going to say which commissioner it was, but Lucine beat one of the commissioners, and we were very proud of her. It was a great time. So I will stop sharing. 2 other quick items I did mention, but I want to reiterate the POW MIA Ride for Freedom this Sunday. It actually begins down at the Reading Motorcycle Club around 9 a.m. in the morning down in Ole at their headquarters. But most of the people will join up in Wummelsdorf. I'll probably be getting up there around 10:30. Most of us will be there. And then 1,500 to 2,000 bikes will leave around 11:15 and ride up 422 through Wernersville, Robizonia, and actually I got that backwards. Robizonia, Wernersville, Sinking Spring, West Lawn, Wyomissing, West Reading, right up to City Park. I encourage you, if you want to be moved by patriotism and you live along that route, or you want to drive to some location along that route, it is amazing year after year how many people I see standing on front lawns, parked at convenience stores, waving American flags as we ride by. And the purpose of the ride is to always remember our POWs and MIA. We read a list of all current POW MIAs from Pennsylvania. And we do that every single year as the name is read It'll say their name and where they're from. Everyone in the audience says, "Still missing, sir. Still missing, sir." And you may ask, why do you do that? Well, one, almost every year there are new remains identified, and people go from MIA to, in that case, KIA. The POW status often will go from POW status to KIA, but it's a promise to current veterans and future veterans that no one will be left behind. That's what it is all about. And I cannot say enough about Bernie Bingham. Bernie is the real lead. Ed McCaffrey's very involved in this, Diane Simmons, but Bernie turns 80 this year. He's a Vietnam vet, and he has really been the heart and soul of this effort, and really appreciate what he does for our veterans. So last item I want to mention, the planning department and specifically our transportation planners have been involved in working with the municipalities and elected officials in and around Route 183 and Burnville with PennDOT on some traffic issues. PennDOT is ready to meet, and we have a meeting upcoming. It is not a public meeting. It is an informational meeting with PennDOT, with our planning department, and with municipal leaders. I believe it will ultimately lead to another public meeting dealing with some of the serious challenges along Route 183, as well as what we refer to as the Burnville-Charlottesville road. There's an elementary school right there that is impacted by some of the traffic challenges and problems and some of the serious and tragic accidents that have happened in that area. That's all that I have. With that, we'll open up any row officer comments.
I do not have any comments at this time.
Okay. And do we have any public comment? Nothing in person, nothing online. That brings us to the end of our agenda.
We'll make a motion to adjourn and remind everyone we have 11 o'clock, the elections board meeting.
I'll second the motion.
The motion has been made and seconded. The meeting is adjourned.